Hey, it's Mike Cooch with Digital Marketing Lab and Leverage. Thank you so much for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 different types of small business customers, why it's so important that you can tell the difference between them and that you target the right ones. And this will be, I promise you, one of the most important and profitable videos that you ever watch if you are selling any sort of services to small businesses. And those of you who are in the agency business, as many of my friends are, this will be the most important video that you will watch, bar none, because I guarantee you that you are most likely making a very, very costly mistake in the types of businesses that you're selling to. We're going to clarify why that is in this video and make sure that you don't do it again. All right, while you're here, please make sure and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and of course, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them. I'd love to hear from you, and I will respond to each and every one of them personally. Okay, the 3 different types of small business customers. This is so critical to understand. There are tools buyers, there are system buyers, and there are agency buyers. Let me go through each one of those individually so that we know exactly what we're talking about before we get to the big mistake that most people are making when they're selling to these customers. The tools buyers, you guys, I'm sure, already recognize very clearly and understand what a tools buyer is. We are all tools buyers of various types of tools, right? A tool is something, typically software these days, that we can subscribe to and we can use it ourselves to solve the problem that we want solved. Okay, there is some sort of software, typically SaaS these days, that I can invest in, and then I can sit down and I can use the tool to solve my own problem. So for many small businesses, millions of small businesses, this is going to be their option. Okay, you see those small businesses that are subscribed to MailChimp by the millions that are only paying $9 a month, $19 a month, $29 a month, but they generate hundreds of millions of dollars in recurring revenue for MailChimp every year because they are simply subscribed to a tool. It's a fantastic business if you are a tool owner to sell to these types of customers. So those are tools customers. And again, you recognize them. They want to use the tool to do the things themselves, either because they feel like the tool is easy enough that they can, or because they feel like they can't spend the money on anybody who's offering services on top of tools, or because they feel like, hey, I'm talented enough, I have the skill set that I can do these marketing activities myself. I can manage my own email, I can manage my own website. I just need the tools to do it. So there's a lot of customers out there that are tools buyers. Next is the system buyer. Okay, the system buyer is actually the target customer for most of you, but I'm going to skip over why that is here in 1 minute. And first, I'm going to go over here to the agency buyer. The reason I want to go to the agency buyer first is because you guys recognize that word agency. You use that word agency all the time in the digital agency space. I actually hate that word. It's one of my least favorite words, and I'm going to explain why here. But if you're offering any sort of professional services, you're in an agency relationship with your customer where you're helping to take care of that customer, and it's typically in some sort of customized way. Okay, that's what an agency service is. I'm hiring a professional with a particular set of skills to be able to represent me or take care of me or do custom work for me. And you can see here, the way I describe these buyers is we have a system, but we want an agency's help to enhance it, customize it, and or optimize it. And these customers, at a bare minimum, should start at $2,500 a month. That's at the absolute bare minimum and in the small business space, okay? This is why most agencies are selling to mid and very large size companies, because if you're selling to small businesses, this $2,500 a month or $5,000 a month or whatever it is may seem like a lot to you, but very large businesses want very custom marketing services and other types of services, and they will pay hundreds of thousands or millions or tens of millions of dollars to an agency each year to help them. So if you are truly an agency, then those are the types of services that you should be offering. You should be offering custom services to businesses that can afford to truly pay for those services and desire to pay for those services. And this really is an issue of mindset. When I say desire, big businesses don't want to buy some sort of cookie cutter system that their competition is using. Big businesses understand that in order to win, I need to differentiate how we're doing things in the marketplace. And so I need somebody that can help me enhance it, customize it, or optimize it to give me an edge over the competition. Okay, small businesses rarely think that way or rarely have the budget to execute on that, even if they do. And that's where the real costly mistake is that most selling agency services are making. We'll get into that here in just a minute. The third type of buyer, and this is my favorite, is actually what we call the systems buyer. The systems buyer. Okay, and this is where the far majority of those of you selling agency services should be targeting and should be selling into. And here's why. The system buyer says, I have no time for this stuff, right? I'm busy running my restaurant, my dental office, whatever it is. I want to focus on my trade and I need a system in place to help me run my business. It must be affordable and therefore can't be custom. And then here's the really important part. Although they won't say that, right? No small business is going to tell you, hey, I don't want you to do the custom things for me. Every small business is going to tell you they're unique and they need something special. But when it comes to it, the far majority of them are not going to be willing or able to pay for it, right? So a system, let's define what a system is as opposed to a tool or agency services so that we're really clear on that. A tool, again, is do it yourself. An agency is I want something truly custom for my business. In between there is a system. A system is made up of a variety of components to accomplish a job. If you look up a system, it's going to tell you that it's a variety of things coming together to accomplish something. So a system, as the way I define it in this market, is usually that there is some sort of tool, but services in addition to that tool being managed by somebody. So tools plus services to get some sort of result that that small business is looking for. Tools plus services. Another thing that I like to combine in here is what I call assets. Okay, assets. So these things combined together create a system. So if I was out selling marketing services to restaurants, I would not want to sell custom agency services. Most restaurants can't afford that and won't pay for that. Most restaurants don't have time to sit down and just use a tool. So in selling a service to restaurants, I would create Mike's restaurant growth marketing system. And I would bring my customers in and it would be a predefined set of tools and services and assets. What do I mean by assets? That could be funnel pages, lead magnets, birthday campaigns, loyalty campaigns that I have designed specifically for the restaurant industry so that that restaurant owner doesn't have to sit down with a set of tools and try and create that themselves. I'm putting that all together in a comprehensive system for that customer and delivering it to them. Okay? That's the difference between agency services and system services. Agency services, there are some restaurants out there, larger chains of restaurants that are very profitable that will come to you and say, hey, look, we need something custom designed specifically for our business. We can't have the same thing that every other restaurant is out there using. We've got to be unique. We've got to be differentiated, and we're willing to pay for it. But in the small business marketplace, that is incredibly rare. It does exist, but here's the huge mistake that the far majority of agencies are making is that they are selling agency services to systems buyers. Okay, let me say that again. They are selling agency services to systems buyers. They are getting caught in the trap of providing custom services to customers that cannot pay for it and do not really have the budget to justify it. And so they're providing these custom services and they end up doing it at price points either that are too low to make it work, or they experience churn because they try and price them right, but the customers really aren't agency customers. They don't really want to pay for that. They don't really have the budget to pay for that. And so they churn very, very quickly. And this is the costliest mistake that you can make in this business. Instead, you have to recognize in your sales process, who are systems buyers, who are agency buyers, who are tools buyers? How do I quickly tell the difference and make sure that my marketing and sales process attracts system buyers, filters out the other types, and then you have to have a system-based service, not a custom agency service, a system-based service, so that you can then deliver to those customers at the right price points to get the results that they're looking for and keep them at that right price range long term. I'm talking years and years and years as customers, instead of having them churn quickly because you have sold agency services and price points to the wrong customers that really can't afford it. That is the biggest mistake in this industry, okay? So these are the three types of buyers: your tools buyers, your systems buyers, and your agency buyers. Of those, the agency buyers that get all of the attention are actually a very, very small percentage of the marketplace. The far majority of buyers in the small business marketplace are tool buyers and system buyers. You've got to be able to tell the right ones from each other in your sales and marketing process, and you've got to design your services for those system buyers, okay? This is Mike Cooch again with Digital Marketing Lab. I hope that you found this useful. If you did, please again, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And if there's somebody that you think would get value from this, please share it with them as well. And I look forward to seeing you on a future video. Take care.